Okay, thank you, Hazmin. So today I and my friend Husna are going to explain about classification algorithm. There are few type of classification algorithm that we are going to use in data mining. So for example is decision tree, K nearest neighbor, KNN, SVM, support vector machine, neural network, and also Bayesian network. So for my part, I am going to cover only about decision tree and also K nearest neighbor, KNN. So let us get started. So started from decision tree. Decision tree is actually one of the classification algorithms that are easiest and the most common to understand and interpret. Decision tree algorithm is a member of a supervised learning algorithm family that is always involved in regression and classification problems. Generally, decision tree is actually type of data mining technique that used in creation of classification problems, and from what we can see it will construct a model classification in the form of like tree structure. Decision tree use multiple algorithms to decide to split a node into two or more subnodes. By using this technique also, data model are created which will help us to predict class level or value for the decision making process. So there are few things that we need consider when constructing a decision tree, which are firstly is root node. Root node will represent the whole population of our sample, which then will split further into two or more homogeneous set. And then secondly is splitting. Splitting process is a mechanism whereby a node is divided into two or more subnodes. And then the decision node will occur when a subnode divide into additional subnodes. Then is a terminal node. Terminal node is a node when the node will stop dividing. And then we also have branch. Branch is a complete subsection of the tree. And then the last one is parent and child node. A node that divide into subnode is called as a parent node, whereas a parent node then will divide into, which will produce a new subnode, which will call them as a child node. So are you guys understand? Hopefully that you guys understand. I know it's kinda hard, but just try to understand.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't.
Okay, then let's proceed to the second classification algorithm, which are KNN. I have read so many things about KNN from the Google and then so on, and then I can say that this method is quite hard to understand, and then I will try my best to explain to you guys what I have understood regarding this method. So basically, in simple word, principle used in KNN algorithm is actually assume the similarity between the new case and existing case and position in the new case in the category, which is most similar to the categories available by measuring the distance between the new data to the closest neighbor. Are you guys okay? It's okay. Later you guys will understand what I'm trying to say. So let us proceed to example. Later you guys will be more open. KNN algorithm can actually be used to solve the problem for classification and also regression, but it is mostly used in to solve the problem for classification. So there are a few equations that we need to know when we want to calculate the distance between the new data point and the closest neighbor, which is there are three equations, which is Euclidean, Euclidean equation, and then Manhattan equation, and then lastly is Minkowski equation. So but the most used equation in this method is basically a Euclidean equation. Then we also need to calculate the k nearest neighbor, which is we can calculate it by using the Hamming distance equation. And then let us proceed to understand more about this mechanism and how does it works actually. So in order to understand deeper about KNN, let me show you an example. So let's see this picture. Okay, so what you guys see from this picture? So basically there are three categories. There are three things: category A, category B, and also new data points. So actually from this picture, we are trying to know if the new data point actually is belong to category A or category B. So let us use the KNN method to classify this new data point. So let us proceed. The first and foremost, the things that we need to do is we will select the number of the nearest neighbor. So in this example, we can choose about maybe 5. So this means that we are going to choose only 5 nearest neighbor that are close to our new data point. Then we will proceed by calculating the distance between the new data point and existing data point by using the Euclidean equation. Then later by calculating the Euclidean distance, then we can obtain all the 5 nearest neighbor. And from this example, what you can see is there are 3 nearest neighbor in category A and also 2 nearest neighbor in category B. So what do you think? So what we can do is, lastly, we are going to do is, since there are 3 nearest neighbor come from the category A, thus we can conclude that the new data point is actually belongs to the category A. So what you guys think? Easy, right? No? If you don't understand, it's okay. Just try to understand, but actually with the example it will help you to more understand about KNN method. So I think that's all from me. The 3 more classification algorithm will be presented by my friend Husna. So then we will back to Hazmi. Bye.